Good morning. My name is Nancy Menaldi-Scanlan. I'll be your worship associate this morning. And we welcome all of you here to the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Venice, affectionately known as UCOV. No matter what you look like, no matter whom you may love, no matter what you might believe, you are welcome here, and we are pleased that you decided to share this service with all of us. Just a couple announcements today. Please grab a cup of coffee and meet for a short Q&A session about replacing the sanctuary and Asta Linda roofs. That's why you need the coffee. Please plan to hear how our library system responds to book bans by coming to a presentation on March 12th, that's Tuesday, at 1 p.m. in the sanctuary. Purchase tickets on the lanai for our first annual community Seder. The Seder will be held April 23rd at 4:30 in the sanctuary. $35 a person, limited to 30 people, and will not keep kosher. Questions or to help? Contact Kathy Avery.
Sorry, it's not $35, it's $20.
$20. It's a bargain. How can you resist? And lastly, our annual meeting is coming soon. Please make sure to read all the attachments. And now we will stand as you are all willing and able for our gathering hymn, number 131, Love Will Guide Us. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Lisa will now play the prelude.
Good morning. My name is Ann Harrison. My friends call me Annie, which is how I'm known here at UCOB. So since we're all friends, you're welcome to call me Annie. This morning, our opening words are a power prayer by Reverend Becky Brooks. I have witnessed a loud love, an out loud love that challenges me. I did not recognize it at first, the rumble of an ocean I had long been under, but here it is right now. It doesn't play nice. This love demands. Today, we will explore, as part of liberating love, today, we will participate in a ritual called Holding the Hope for Others. Around the world, and for thousands of years, members of our human family have found ways to say, "You are not alone." Others have journeyed to the place where you find yourself, and we journey with you now. There are many ways for us to give one another strength, courage, and love. So the slip of paper that was given to you as you came into the sanctuary is an exercise of care, trust, and vulnerability. So we're asking you to name on paper a struggle in your life and the hope that lives inside of you as you struggle. Please don't write your name on your paper, but know that your hope will be read out loud later in the service by someone other than you. So try to write as clearly as possible. Use the back of the paper if you wish, but be brave enough to answer 2 questions or complete 2 statements. In my life, right now, I'm struggling with blank. In that struggle, one thing I hope for is blank. So we'll take a couple minutes now, and if you need more time, Children's Chapel would be a perfect time to finish. So I'm going to pause, and when you've finished writing your card, if you choose, this is obviously optional, put it in the offering plate. Is that right? Put them in the offering plate. So we'll take a minute now before the choir sings.
I just want to introduce this song. We've done it once before. This is a chant from the Ituri rainforest of Congo. And Lisa explained to us an amazing thing. It's designed so that any part can be sung at any time. And the reason for that is that all the notes in this are part of a harmonic that's in nature, that naturally vibrates in a beautiful way. And the point of this song, it could be sung for hours at times to bring unity into the community.
So I'm going to do the children's chapel from here, so because of the microphone. But this morning's message for the children is from our brothers and sisters in the Christian community, our friends in Christian churches. And I'm going to, hopefully you'll be able to see the illustrations in this children's book. It's called A Church for All. A Church for All. I think you'll get the idea from the illustrations. Sunday waking. Day is breaking. Let's go to our church for all. Church bells ringing, joyful noises, choir singing, laughing voices, candles glowing, banners flowing. Come enter our church for all. Weary and healthy, neat and messy, poor and wealthy, plain and dressy, all embracing, spirit gracing, each one in our church for all. Bodies wiggling, mommies reading, children giggling, daddies pleading, toddlers flailing, babies wailing. There's room at our church for all. Hands receiving, hands connecting. Hearts believing, hearts accepting. Feel the Spirit. Can you hear it? It's here at our church for all. And Lisa, the children are going to stay during service, so we don't need to sing. Okay. The benediction, the children are going to stay. Yeah? Okay. So let me get my next note.
You want to sing it anyway? Yeah. You like to sing it anyway?
All right. So our offering words. I love Reverend Amy's levity. But this morning, our offering is for Planned Parenthood. And there's no levity right now to the struggle for women's reproductive health. So whatever is given today, and I urge you to give generously, will go to Planned Parenthood of Central and Southwest Florida, which provides affordable access to comprehensive reproductive health care and accurate health information through patient care, education, and advocacy. Protecting a woman's fundamental right to choose is also a major part of this organization's underlying philosophy. Each year, more than 30,000 women, men, and teens visit Planned Parenthood of Southwest and Central Florida's healthcare centers in their 22-county service area. This organization is given a 4-star rating by Charity Navigator. So thank you for giving generously to Planned Parenthood. The church is not a building, but the people. As a community of human hands and human hearts, we come together here to share our laughter and our tears. We are entering into a time of sharing our joys and concerns. You can raise a hand and someone will bring you a microphone. Please share information only with permission.
I have some good news. Lynn Jordan came home from Sarasota Memorial Rehab yesterday, and her family had arranged for a live-in caretaker, and I've had the pleasure of spending some time with Tammy, and Tammy is a treasure. She'd been used by this family before, and so Lynn is hoping that she will get phone calls and maybe some visits from you. She thought she might have to put up a little check-in on her door, but she said instead, call her between 3 and 5. That's her freest time any day to talk, and then if you still wish to visit, you could find a time with her and she'll mark it down. Thank you.
Can you hear me with my mask on? I'm Donna Jewett, and I have the great pleasure of being able to travel to South Africa with my friend Anna Drelos. We're going for a couple of weeks. We're going to see the elephants at Tula Tula. So if you haven't ever read The Elephant Whisperer, I suggest you read that. You'll want to go too. So we'll be back. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm long-term member of UCOV, Beverly Morrison, and I am sharing with all of you another news of another member of the community, and that is Rosalie Danbury. And she has said that it's fine for you to know that she was admitted to Sarasota Memorial Hospital in Venice earlier in the week. They suspect it is due to pneumonia, but she's being thoroughly checked out. She hopes to be able to return to Village on the Isle soon, and where she will be in rehab session. So if you want to contact her, please send a card for right now, because she doesn't know how long she'll be various places, and send the card to her regular home address. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Marianne Kerner, and I just wanted to salute Richard Kerner, who died exactly a year ago.
Hello, my name is Steve Dunlap, and I'm from Indianapolis. And for the second year, I've had the opportunity to sing with your choir for a few weeks, and I want to share with you the joy that I experienced doing that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to sing again, but with this choir. But I'll look forward to next year.
May the love of this community hold all who need love and concern. May the light of our community shine on the broken places of the world. May we never look away when we are needed. May those who are grieving be comforted. May those who are tired find rest. May the broken places be healed. And may those who are filled with joy and laughter be abundant. Now our choir will sing.
This song is the familiar words by Chief Seattle.
The wisdom of the great Chief Seattle reminds us, all things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the children of the earth. All things share the same breath. The beast, the tree, the man, and the air shares its spirit with all the life it supports. We did not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand in it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. This we know.
All things are connected. All living things share the same breath. All things are connected. The air shares its spirit with all life. All things are connected, just like the blood which unites us all. All things are connected, whatever befalls, the earth befalls the children of the earth.
Treat the earth well. It was not given to you by your parents. It was loaned to you by your children. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children.
The beauty of a tree, let it speak to you. The fragrance of a flower and the freshness of the grass, the music of the sea. Let it speak to you. Through hills and mountains, thundering skies and the rhythm of life. All things are connected, just like the blood which unites us all. All things are connected, whatever befalls, the earth befalls the children of the earth. All things are connected. All things are connected. All things are connected. All things.
Only after the last tree has been cut down, only after the last river has been poisoned, only after the last fish has been caught, only then will we find money cannot be eaten.
In this congregation community, we make one another brave. We give one another peace. We hold the hope for one another. As theologian Paul Waddell says, hope has to be seen to be believed. It has to be made visible. It has to be something we can feel and touch. We are called to be persons who embody hope for one another. We have to be each other's partners in hope. This is our way of being partners in hope. You're holding someone's struggle and their hope. Take a moment to read those words. You don't know who wrote them. This struggle and hope could belong to the person you most admire in this community. They could belong to the person who annoys you the most. Those words might have been written by the person sitting next to you. Take those words in and offer up loving kindness to the unknown person who made themselves vulnerable. Let us now be each other's partners in hope. Please read out loud only the hope written on your paper. After you read it, all of us will respond, "We hold the hope for you." Would anyone like to start?
Being alone, feeling depressed, not belonging anywhere.
And can you read the hope, please?
There is no hope.
We hold the hope for you.
I hope for my ability to give love.
We hold the hope for you.
Energy and ability to spend time with close family and friends.
We hold the hope for you.
Slow down, breathe, less is best.
We hold the hope for you.
Connection.
We hold the hope for you.
Transitions.
We hold the hope for you.
A quick and easy resolution.
We hold the hope for you.
Through contemplation, reading, and interaction with others, I will recognize what my purpose in life is.
We hold the hope for you.
Loneliness.
We hold the hope for you.
Change.
We hold the hope for you.
Patience to be kind.
We hold the hope for you.
Getting old.
We hold the hope for you.
There's happiness and there's family's happiness.
We hold the hope for you.
Clarity.
We hold the hope for you.
Being graceful as I say goodbye to things.
We hold the hope for you.
Grace to make the most of what firmities we have left.
We hold the hope for you.
Being successful.
We hold the hope for you.
That I can maintain my own health and abilities to be helpful.
We hold the hope for you.
Lack of boredom.
We hold the hope for you.
I hope for others to do those things to make our lives better for all.
We hold the hope for you.
Peace for all.
We hold the hope for you.
Self-love.
We hold the hope for you.
Accepting the physical challenges of growing older.
We hold the hope for you.
Good friends.
We hold the hope for you.
Not having another stroke, that speech treatment therapy will help.
We hold the hope for you.
A cure.
We hold the hope for you.
People come to their senses.
We hold the hope for you.
Help with getting through all the pain.
We hold the hope for you.
Trying to get rid of unneeded papers, and I hope for an early breakthrough in the process so I don't keep clinging so hard to past memories.
We hold the hope for you.
Sounds like me. This has to do with politics, the dying of democracies, the power of good people to work hard and do the right thing for all of us.
We hold the hope for you.
Wellness.
We hold the hope for you.
Peace.
We hold the hope for you.
Being brave enough to decide work isn't my priority.
We hold the hope for you.
Not to need life changes.
We hold the hope for you.
Sufficient energy to do everything I need to do.
We hold the hope for you.
That the healing power of our Lord can overcome her struggle.
We hold the hope for you.
That she is kept safe and finds a gentle passing.
We hold the hope for you.
Support.
We hold the hope for you.
The character and generosity to look past differences in values and priorities, to see the person.
We hold the hope for you.
Sleeping well at night.
We hold the hope for you.
Isolation.
We hold the hope for you.
The deep divide that our country is going through, leading to fear and hatred.
We hold the hope for you.
Presidential Biden.
We hold the hope for you.
Sorry.
All the wars, peaceful solutions.
We hold the hope for you.
Retain relatively good health.
We hold the hope for you.
I hope as always to continue to love others and help the world.
We hold the hope for you.
Anyone down this side? No? Anyone here has one? All right, we'll start up here. Do you have one? Peace for that person and myself.
We hold the hope for you.
Getting my work done so I get a puppy.
We hold the hope for you.
Peace and love for myself.
We hold the hope for you.
Peace with my daughter.
We hold the hope for you.
Believing in the good in myself.
We hold the hope for you.
Demonstrating patience with loved ones.
We hold the hope for you.
Being more trusting.
We hold the hope for you.
There is peace in the world, and we can resolve our differences and goodwill people to power, and we can love each other.
We hold the hope for you.
Continued good health.
We hold the hope for you.
support from others who care.
We hold the hope for you.
How to decide where to live next and move from 50 plus years.
We hold the hope for you.
To maintain my ability level as long as I can.
We hold the hope for you.
Chronic pain.
We hold the hope for you.
A new start.
We hold the hope for you.
To have acceptance with love.
We hold the hope for you.
Support from my UUCOV friends and a mercifully short illness before death.
We hold the hope for you.
Loving kindness in all hearts.
We hold the hope for you. And for all those other hopes in our hearts, we hold the hope for you. Please take that piece of paper with you and put it somewhere so you'll encounter it again a few times this week. When you do, imagine that unknown person and their struggle and send them your loving kindness. Keep holding the hope for them all week long. If for any reason you don't feel up to that, please give me your paper so that I can hold their struggle and hope in my own practice this week. Let us move forward, our lives and hearts interconnected in life-giving ways, grateful for this community of vulnerability, truth, and hope. And now, please take a moment to reflect on the hopes of our community.
Our centering hymn is number 123, Spirit of Life. Please rise as you're willing and able. From time to time, when our minister is away, our UCOV staff selects a sermon and enlists a volunteer like me to share it with you. In this morning's sermon, Reverend Dana Worsnop makes a case for putting love at the center of the new UU Statement of Values in the Article 2 revision of the bylaws. She reminds us that growth and change are important UU traditions, and she grounds her views in the compelling messiness of this time in history. Now, like many of you, I am ambivalent about the Article 2 revision. Truthfully, I haven't studied it in great detail, and my own views are not yet fully formed. So I invite you now to join me with open minds and open hearts to hear Reverend Worsnop's perspective. Putting, keeping, holding love at the center of our lives is really hard. When we're feeling love, it can seem so simple. Why wouldn't we all want to stay right here in this expansive, knowing, grace-filled place? Yet anyone who has loved, which is all of us, knows that love is complicated. We need to be reminded again and again and again that love is ample and abundant, possible and probable. This is one of the reasons humans created religions again and again and again, because we can't tap into all love possible all the time. And sometimes we fear that there won't be enough, or that what we do have will disappear. The bigness and abundance of love is what all religion points to, though with so many names and in so many ways, some that even do the opposite of what they purport. For Unitarian Universalists, our principles, purposes, and sources are found in Article 2 of the UU Association's bylaws. Article 2 is our foundational expression of who we are as a religion and how we want to be together. Article 2 explains our guiding principles, which have held and guided us well over the years. But now, people have begun to see not anything wrong with the principles, just that some things are missing, like the word love. It's barely in Article 2 at all. odd for a people who side with love and who are known in the community as the love people. We do not organize ourselves around creeds and beliefs, but around covenants, promises we make to ourselves, to each other, and to a greater good, defined in many ways. A common and centuries-old covenant still recited in many of our churches reads, quote, "Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God." Of course, that statement has been revised over the years, and the language about God and the divine has been changed in many ways to suit any number of congregations. Love is the doctrine of this church. These words arise directly from our Puritan forebears who were creating new communities in a foreign land. Yes, on lands that they took from indigenous people without an awareness of the fullness of their humanity or their rights, because our forebears simply did not see the expansive love we profess today. Still, love is what we have been teaching for hundreds of years. The current revision of Article 2 reads, quote, "The purpose of the UUA is to actively engage its members in the transformation of the world through liberating love. As UUs, we draw from our heritages of freedom, reason, hope, and courage, building on the foundation of love. Love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love." End quote. That is putting love at the center. And the graphic on the screen is from the UU Association to give a visual graphic of the proposed changes. As shown on the graphic, the bylaw goes on to name 6 shared values: interdependence, pluralism, justice, transformation, generosity, and equity. I assure those who are already missing our 7 poetically and concisely worded principles that they are almost all included in these values, including inherent worth and dignity, the interconnected web of all existence, our free and responsible search. And it includes the spirit of the proposed 8th principle that made manifest our values of pluralism, justice, and equity. So this crazy little thing called love is being placed at the center of our foundational faith statement. How else could it be in these times at our present place in culture and history? For one of UU's key differences from many other traditions is our willingness to embrace change and evolution. We are non-creedal, not organized around a set of beliefs written in stone. Rather, we are organized around covenants and values, the value of learning and growing and changing, or as the new statement defines transformation, quote, "We adapt to the changing world. We covenant to collectively transform and grow spiritually and ethically. Openness to change is fundamental in our UU heritages. never complete and never perfect, end quote. Never complete and never perfect, yet always seeking, learning, and growing. Unitarian theologian James Arthur Adams is said to have taught, quote, "The simple, transparent, potent idea of the free church has had to be time and time again reconceived, reconstructed in human imagination. Moreover, the free church has never been reconceived and reformed other than the midst of some very particular era, in confusing and confused times, complex and complicated events, in the messiness of human social interaction." Sound familiar? Adams was deeply concerned about how we create meaningful community that makes a difference in the midst of such messiness. Quote, "Strong, effective, lively churches capable of changing the direction of their whole society will be those churches whose lay members, all of us, can say clearly, individually and collectively, what are our most important loyalties as church members. Not what are our beliefs, as in a creedal church, rather, what are the shared mutual loyalties in a covenantal church. Loyalties and values are not quite synonymous, yet without loyalty and commitment to them, our values are not strong. So, putting love at the center and being loyal to how love calls us to be in the world is what will help us be strong and effective as individuals and community. The deepest challenge of this faith is keeping love at the center and doing it knowing that the world is always changing and our love must expand and grow and adapt to that change. When we do this best, we are well prepared to live into the times in which we find ourselves. Amen, and may it be so.
That's fine. No, that's fine. There is a love holding me, holding you, holding all.
Our closing hymn is number 1031, Filled with Loving Kindness. Please stand as you're willing and able. Our benediction is by Omid Safi. Go, be your best self. Be your most beautiful self. Be your luminous self. Be your most generous self. Be your most radically loving self. And when you fall short of that, as we all do, as we all have, bounce back and return again. There is a grace in this returning to your luminous self.